Are we only allowed to draft people who are students or work at the school?
No.
Okay, if they're on the TV show, I can draft them.
If they're on the TV show.
I'm going to draft...
Damn, that's a good choice.
There we go. We just upped the vibe factor on my team.
Yeah, that changed your whole team dynamic. Who would be some of your top all-time movie friends?
Top all-time movie friends? Oh, God. I think that... Okay, well, there's actually a very obvious answer to this.
Okay.
It would be the duo in Hot Fuzz, Sergeant Nicholas Angel and Constable Butterman. Fuck, what's his first name? What's Butterman's first name?
Oh, Danny?
Danny. Constable Danny Butterman. That's my all-time friend duo. I love that movie so much, and I love that duo so much.
But I asked who you would want to be friends with.
Oh, so, I thought...
No, I don't mean just who's your favorite friendship duo. No, I want to know who you would be friends with. Because when you answered that, I was like, that's kind of crazy.
I would not want to be friends with Sergeant Nicholas Angel. That does not sound like a good time.
Seems like a drag.
No, it seems like such a drag. I enjoy watching him be friends with someone. Not for me.
Hey, you want to go out to the bar? Yeah, I'll tell you about the time that my uncle stole a bike again.
A pedal car.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Well,
who do I want to be friends with?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Because here's my theory.
Yeah?
No one.
It's kind of how I feel about it.
Probably no one.
It's sort of how I feel.
The only ones that maybe are Nora Ephron films.
Oh, like being friends with Tom Hanks in Sleepless in Seattle?
Yes, although he is very manipulative. Oh,
That's
wait, no,
true.
I was thinking about You've Got Mail.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say You've Got Mail, because I thought about him in that, and I was like, I do not want to be friends with rich bookstore owner Tom Hanks.
Being friends with Harry's friends in When Harry Met Sally.
That's a good one.
They're very normal people.
Yeah.
They're funny, they're quirky, but they don't do anything crazy.
Nope.
But in a modern rom-com, no chance. There's just no one in those movies that I'd want to be friends with. They're all terrible people.
Do you don't want to be in La Familia?
Oh, no. Because it probably means that either I've betrayed them in the past or I will betray them in the future, in which case I have a 50-50 chance of dying before hopefully becoming a fan favorite and coming back to life.
Okay, that's a good point. That's dangerous.
The stakes are too high.
We're talking about Fast and Furious.
Yeah. Oh, if they don't get that,
then they don't deserve to get it.
Do we have to explain it?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Anybody else? I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
You had a great point with the Nora Ephron films, and I'm just really struggling with it because there's not... Yeah, people in movies are not all that likable, to be totally honest. No,
they're terrible, terrible human beings most of the time.
And they'd be difficult to be around.
Yeah, because especially now modern movies, it's what's your trauma that you have to self-destruct because you can't get past it.
Yep.
Or that you have this nihilistic detachment from the world. All of those things, I'm like, that's a hard out for me.
Are there any horror movie friend groups you'd want to be a part of?
Oh, that's a good question. So one that wouldn't be too bad is Cabin in the Woods.
That's true. They were actually pretty fun.
They were pretty normal people until they got chemically messed with.
Yes.
But that's not necessarily their fault. Yeah, because I love in that movie Chris Hemsworth that he's actually just a smart, likable dude, and then they make him a broy jackass.
Yeah, and he drives the motorcycle.
Incredible. So that's probably somebody who in my childhood I would have been friends with because of my family or something. I could totally see that that's just a dude who's pretty chill to hang out with.
Yeah.
Any other horror films with big friend groups?
We could be in the friend group in What We Do in the Shadows. That'd be fun.
That would be awful.
It would be so awful.
It would be so awful.
It would be miserable.
They're all a drag.
Yep.
Yeah. They do a great job of making it clear how petulant you would become if you had infinite life. Yeah.
Does it make you appreciate me more, seeing how terrible all these other friend groups are?
Yeah, because let me tell you, the bar was at movies for my friend expectations. Michael, you don't even have to ask that. No, I don't ever think about that comparison. You're way better.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, just so you know. Yeah, I actually do appreciate you. I hope I say that enough.
I appreciate you.
Well, Michael, I'm asking that because today's subject, our main topic, is that we're going to be drafting our new best friend group from a television series.
I draft you.
You can't. I'm not in a television series.
So we have to not be friends in this situation,
Nope.
and we have to make our own friend group
We have
without
to
each
make
other.
our own friend group, and we have to make our friend group better than the other friend group.
This is sad.
So our movie today, or not movie, our TV show today that we're going to do it with is Community.
It's a good one.
We've already
God,
talked
it's a good
about
one.
Troy and Abed, so we might have a little bit of overlapping from that conversation.
Yeah.
But
Would we split up Troy and Abed?
that's the thing. That's going to be one of the big debate points.
Yeah.
We've got that coming up. We're going to be talking about other characters that we didn't talk about in that one because we're both going to have to create a friend group of 8 people.
Okay, let's do it. 8 people. That's a lot. That's a big friend group.
Yeah, we might be pulling some strange community members coming up. Yeah, 8 people to regularly hang out with.
There's a few names on this list that I actually don't remember.
Because their names, you'll be like, I have no idea what that name is. But the second you figure out what character it is, I think you'll know.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Very excited.
Michael, we've got to figure out who is going first. So I think the only natural way is rock, paper, scissors.
All right.
The most auditory.
Are we doing rock, paper, scissors, shoot?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the only way to do it. Who's doing rock, paper, scissors?
Look,
That's
it's just
so weird.
It's just important to establish.
I agree. It's important to establish. I just think it's weird.
I agree because there's no
Rock, paper, scissors. Like
just
you're
like
saying
I also
scissors.
just like with every foot race. Like whenever you do a foot race, it should be 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
It's never just 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and even though I think best 2 out of 3 is the objectively better way to do it, we got to just move on.
Yeah, I think we should do
just
one.
one. All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Loser, you always do scissors. All right.
I hate you. I'm glad we're not friends anymore for the rest of this podcast.
Yep, absolutely. Well, that means that it's time for me to figure out my first person that I'm bringing onto the team. And honestly, I think that this goes without saying. I think this is easily the best person to pick up first, and that's Troy.
Oh, dang. That wasn't what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, Troy is absolutely the best because he can be friends with pretty much anybody. Yes, he has insecure attachment to Abed, but I think we can work past that. I think that I can boost him up a little bit. I can help him see. I mean, at the end of the series, he moves on anyways.
Yep.
So I think we can find a new path for him in my best friend group.
It's a really good first grab. And I'm really debating messing with you just by taking Abed, but I don't think that's the spirit of this game. I don't think the spirit. Well, the spirit of the goal of the game is the best friend group.
Yeah, best friend group.
So it's really tempting. I don't know if Abed without Troy adds to my friend group very much.
Yeah, you probably. Yeah, okay.
Like Abed's a great person. I'm not dissing Abed, but
Sure.
we're talking about the group here.
Yeah.
And Abed plus Troy, incredible combination is going to lift up a group. So I'm scared to give you Abed.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I don't know if I want him alone.
That's totally your call.
That's a really tough decision because I think if I don't take him in this round, you're going to take him. I think I've got to go for the stronger group without Abed.
Okay.
So I think what I am struggling with is, do I take Pierce or do I... No, I'm kidding. I'm not taking Pierce.
I was like, what?
No, do I take Jeff or do I take Annie? You think Annie's not a good choice?
I didn't say anything. You got to make your
looked at
choice.
me surprised.
You got to make your choice.
I'm going to take Jeff.
Okay. Why are you taking Jeff?
Because although he is self-centered, he does bring a lot of charisma to every gathering that he's in. And he takes a leadership role, which is not always the best thing for the dynamic of the group. But his charisma. He's got such a high charisma modifier.
So I think this is an awful choice.
Really?
I'm probably not. I wouldn't have probably taken Jeff at all. The dude's so selfish, and he is constantly looking at his phone unengaged. Those are things that would trigger me every single time I was hanging out with him. I'd be like, and honestly, I think that we're both too like dominant of like needing attention type of people.
Yeah.
That him and I would not ever work well together. Now maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just slotting in Jeff in for me. You know, maybe that's your replacement.
Maybe that is. I think that when Jeff is engaged, he does add a lot of charisma.
Oh, yeah.
And people do find him entertaining. He does boost up the room.
Yes.
And when Jeff is not engaged, it's obvious people sort of tend to ignore him, I guess.
Yeah.
But like, so it would bother me, but I do think that Jeff has the ability to raise the overall morale of the group.
Okay.
So I think that he's actually a strong choice.
Okay.
Although I will agree with you that if he was my best friend and he was on his phone all the time, it would drive me fucking crazy.
I would go insane. And he's always on it.
But I think in a group where I'm not his best friend specifically, I think it's okay.
Okay.
I think we can make it work.
I think that makes a lot of sense. And obviously, we're not the people who get to make the final decision on who wins here. That's the audience. So make sure that you tell us who you think wins this at the end, because I'm genuinely curious what choices you would make that's different. And the one that I'm going to go with next is Magnitude.
I wanted Magnitude next. No. Why would you take Magnitude from me?
Because he's such an obvious great choice.
Oh,
dude.
I hate you. I can't believe you just did that. I was purposefully like playing it coy. I was going to go for Magnitude second because I thought that was a really important choice.
Yeah.
I think he's a key player.
He's a huge dude. You need the vibes person. You need the person who everybody's just like, wow, I'm just glad this person's around.
Pop, pop.
Pop, pop. It's a huge pick. Yes. What I'm going
wow. I'm so mad. That might have put you ahead right there. That might be the game winner.
Oh, it was a big one. And I was a little nervous that you might go with somebody like that. But then I got that you were going for main characters. And so I understood.
Yeah, but Magnitude was going to be my second pick.
Yeah. What I'm trying to build here is people who are happy to be around each other, communicative, ready to hang out. And Pop is always a great time. So Magnitude, obviously, a big second pick for me.
Agreed. That's a good choice.
Michael, what's up for you next?
I think what I'm looking for is a replacement for Magnitude.
Dude, tough one.
And it's really tough. Like, Starburns is an option. He's not as charismatic. But he is
a meth
funny.
dealer, right?
Oh, yeah. He blows up. He doesn't actually blow up, but he blows up in his meth van and fakes his own death.
Yeah.
Dean Craig Pelton is an option because he does dress up and bring a vibe.
Yes.
So it's not always the vibe anyone wants.
Sure. Yeah. That's true.
And then the other one that I like is I think Fat Neil is a sleeper hit.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Fat Neil has a lot of...
Because he's a normal dude.
And he's empathetic.
Yeah.
He's just a normal guy who's empathetic and like he does get along with people.
Yeah.
Like in the D&D episode, he really like connects with everybody and like brings a lot to that group.
Uh-huh.
And I think that Fat Neil is going to be my choice.
Okay.
I'm putting Fat Neil in.
Honestly, I'm a little sad to miss out on Fat Neil. I think that's a really good one.
I just honestly, the reason I think that there's someone else who I'd rather get, but Fat Neil is... I thought you were going to take Fat Neil at some point, so I want to make sure I have him.
Yeah.
And I think he's an important pick overall.
Smart. Yeah, you got to box out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Fat Neil makes a ton of sense. All right, you ready for my third?
Yeah, I'm ready for your third.
I'm going with Dean Craig Pelton. I am creating a vibe.
Yes, and I don't think that losing Dean Pelton screws me.
Yeah.
I think that I'm okay without him. Why'd you pick him third?
I think he is a phenomenal energy raiser. He is somebody who always has a bunch of energy and is ready to party, ready to bring out new ideas of what we could be doing. And you need people who have the interest in like what's going on around the city. Like they need to know, okay, what's the coolest new scene that I want to head out to? All that type of stuff.
You think Dean Pelton knows what the coolest new scene to head out to is?
He's doing a rave in his own college. Yeah, he creates a great vibe. 100%.
He also kills vibes. We have to consider the negatives of these characters too.
When does he kill a vibe in the way that's unsalvageable?
It's never unsalvageable.
Because
they always manage to salvage it.
Yes. Look, I am totally agreeing with you that he's like Perseus. He's going to fly high and he might burn out. But I think that we can bring him back in. I've put the people around him with magnitude and with Troy who can get him back excited and get him back into the game. And that's just a little bit of what you need. Now, the important thing is that you have the players know their role. Mm-hmm. Dean, he is not the leader. He is not the person who this whole thing revolves around. He comes up with cool, unique ideas to go do every once in a while. And otherwise, we just kind of have him there for the vibe.
Okay. That's super fair. We should write these down so we don't forget who we have.
Yeah, that's probably important. All right, I'll write it down. You figure out who you're doing next.
All right. I'm tempted by quite a few people here. I'm afraid if I keep saying them out loud as I'm thinking about it, you're going to steal people that I want.
I might.
Which I don't appreciate. So I think I've got Jeff and I've got Fat Neil. So I think that the next best person for me to grab for my group is... Ooh. Man, this is actually really difficult. Who do I want third? This is tough. I'm not used to doing drafts where I know that the other person can take people that I want.
You're so caught up with the strategy
I'm
element.
completely caught up on it. I think I want Annie.
Annie?
Yeah.
That's
I think I want Annie on my team.
Okay, why?
Because I think that our team needs structure. And Annie can add that structure to it. Mm-hmm. Annie's going to be the one who thinks things through, make sure the event goes off without a hitch, who's planning everything out, and then also really wants everybody else to have a good time. Because Annie really values that aspect of that the event is a success, and she will do whatever it takes to make sure that everybody else has fun. Yeah. She herself might suffer because of it, but at least she's boosting up the rest of the group.
That's a super good point. Well, the thing that my team is currently struggling with is structure. So I think that's a super good point. Is currently my team, my group doesn't actually hang out because no one makes sure. We're just a disparate friend group that never sees each other.
It's you and Troy and Magnitude
and Dean.
And the Dean Melton.
So we all.
Oh yeah, you guys are chaos.
There's a lot of it that brings the vibe, but I got to know my own weaknesses, and my weakness is that I am not going to make sure that we all hang out.
Yeah.
If these people don't reach out to me, I'm going to cut them off. And that's a terrible thing to do. So I need somebody who can bring them in. So I'm really sad that I lost out on Annie.
All right.
I'm mad at you.
Who's your number 4? Did you write Annie down for me?
Yeah, I did. All right. I'm sort of solving a very similar thing. And so that's what I need to be figuring out is who can be the glue that keeps us all together. And there are a few on the list, but I think I'm going to go outside of this. That's right.
You're going outside the list?
I'm going outside of the list.
How could you do this to me?
I've got to figure out what's his name.
Wow, you're totally changed. Just describe him and I'll tell you who he is.
Well, you don't know his name, though. He's the perfect guy who Jeff does the ghost scene with.
The doctor who's in the Claybot class? Yeah. That guy's a psychopath.
No, he's not. That's the thing that they say, but I don't know. What I think he does bring is structure. I think that he'll make sure that we have planned events.
Okay.
He's busy. He's a doctor, but that means that he's an A personality. I think he's going to get us there.
That's super fair.
He's not as good as Annie. I'll absolutely give us that. He's not going to be lifting the same load, but maybe I can bring in another person to help out with the planning, and I've got 2 people there. Okay. You go ahead. I'm going to look up what his name is, though.
Okay. Oh, dude, I'm going off the list, too.
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second. Do I want to go off the list? But I think I've got somebody who I want off the list. Okay, looking over this, I'm looking for... So I need some more fun in my group. Because I've got lots of structure and lots of empathy. So I think, did you find out the name yet?
No, just keep going.
I think that honestly, what I'm going to go with is Vaughn, the tiny nipples guy.
That's crazy.
The hacky sack guy. Tiny nipples Vaughn.
Really?
Yeah.
What is your logic there?
Because he's just a chill dude. We need the chill factor. Right now, we have a lot of high-strung, high-key people. And we need the chill factor. We need the dude who's just going to be there, take his shirt off, sit around, get everyone to chill out. And I think that's Tiny Nipples Vaughn.
Okay. I think you're finally figuring out this game because that actually makes a lot of sense to
me. Is this not giving you the answer?
No, it's actually very hard.
Just ask AI.
Rich. His name is Rich.
Rich.
Okay.
I do think you've upped your psychopath factor personally.
Yeah, but I had no psychopath factor to begin with.
Because remember at the end of that episode, he's like imagining what his mom was saying about him. Or I forget exactly what it was. But there's something really dark at the end of that episode with the fact that like his mom like was somehow emotionally abusive, and that's why he's doing this.
That might be true, but you know what? It's the same with Annie. Annie got addicted to pills because she just couldn't handle it. She had a mental breakdown.
Yeah, you're totally right.
You need that with the type A person that you need.
Yep. All right, so we're halfway through these friend groups. Who do you have so far, and who do I have so far?
Okay, so I have Troy, I have Magnitude, I have Dean, and I have Rich. You have Jeff, Neil, Annie, and Vaughn.
Yep, Tiny Nipples Vaughn.
That's an interesting one. Because you needed chill, but I'm worried about how Jeff and Vaughn do together. They're gonna have
and
issues.
Annie's there too.
Oh yeah, you created.
I created a love triangle.
Yeah, the best way to keep a friendship group together is love triangles.
Yep.
So that I think makes a ton of sense. Okay.
I definitely should have thought that through a little bit more. But you know what?
Are you ready for my next one?
Yeah.
It's not the most amazing of picks as far as like wow factor, but I'm going with Shirley.
Okay.
And that's because she's going to also help out with a bit of that type A, making sure things get planned.
Yeah, you needed that. You really needed that.
The other
I
thing,
wanted Shirley. I just felt like I had too much of that already.
Yes. Yeah. The other thing that's sort of important to groups is that sometimes you have the person who people get annoyed by, and it actually creates a nice friction. And she is constantly so like feeling like people don't like her and stuff that it'll have us group around and be like, Shirley, what the heck? It's so annoying that Shirley does that stuff. And then all of a sudden somebody else will be rude to Shirley and we're like, fuck that, not our person. And it creates a bond around us, an aggressive, protective, not necessarily healthy, but strong bond.
But we are here to make sure that our friend is okay.
Yes. It keeps
and no one messes with our friend besides us.
Yes, exactly. It keeps us all together, tight knit.
Plus, Shirley, just like, I know that they make fun of Shirley for always bringing baked goods, but like the friend that always brings baked goods, like, just makes the gathering so much better.
Yeah, 100%.
It just only amps everything else up. It has that like really like careful, like cared for, nurturing vibe to it.
Yeah.
And I think Shirley brings a lot of good stuff to your team.
Yep.
I'm sad that I lost her, but I just don't think that she fits on my team with what I've already got.
No, it'd be a lot of strong personalities.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing is I don't have a bunch of strong personalities, so there's not necessarily someone who Shirley is going to bump heads with in our group.
Yeah.
Besides me.
So I think what I'm going to add next to my group is that I need to up my psychopath factor a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going with Ben Chang. I'm putting Ben Chang on the group.
It's so that inevitably he ends up killing you guys.
Hey, you need a little bit of risk. You need that member of the group that you're like, I'm not quite sure what that guy's going to do next.
X Factor. Yeah.
Yeah, but he brings something to it. There's an edginess to it.
Uh-huh.
And like suddenly like each outing with the group becomes a little bit more interesting, and that's how you get those stories that bond all of you for the rest of your lives.
That's true.
Is like, hey, remember that time that y'all went out and Ben went and like killed that waitress and I don't know.
That's the story.
That's the story. That's the story.
That's a great story. Mike, on face.
I was doing this. I was trying to do a thing.
You dork. Yeah, Chang's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
I
needed the psychopath factor.
So I'm curious. We're really far down, and you haven't taken Abed yet.
I don't know that Abed fits on this team.
Yeah. The thing is that I don't want him on my team.
You don't think he ups Troy?
No. I think it diminishes Troy because then it's the two of them, and it's a little like...
It's a little group within the group.
What's going on here? Why are you guys all so fascinated with each other?
Can I ask a question real quick? I want to know, who is Elroy Potashnik?
That is Keith David's character.
Oh, I love Keith David, but God, I hate that. And then Officer Kakowski, is that the security guard or the police officer who pops up? That's the police officer?
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's so funny.
I made a tough point.
Yeah, we're getting to the point where we're having to make some real sacrifices.
Yeah, we're going to bring in some people that I don't know about if I want them in my friend group, but that's the way
But
it's
you
gotta
don't
go.
always get to choose.
Nope, you don't.
I mean, in this case, you do get to choose, but
Oh, man.
I'm so mad you have magnitude.
Yeah, that was a big get early. You know what? I'm going to do it because apparently I've talked myself into it by trying to talk myself out of it. I'm going to go with Abed.
Oh, you talked yourself into it.
Yeah, because as I was explaining why he doesn't work, he went, no, that doesn't make any sense. It's okay that you have this best friend duo because they're not a threatening best friend duo. It's not like, oh man, why am I not hanging out with them doing all of these different things? It's like sometimes you need your crazies to just sort of like balance each other out by going and like doing their pillow fights and stuff. But it also gives us a bit of the same thing that you're talking about with Ben, but with way less risk factor to it. They're going to come up with strange,
that's a good point.
fun things to do that are going to be awesome, exciting, but way less damaging to the group's morale. But the problem is
Less
that
danger.
you couldn't take Abed on, because Abed, as you see with the show, it just doesn't work on his own.
Yeah, he just does his own things and stays in his own head when he's on his own.
Yep, it just doesn't work. Now, yes, is there the possibility that he cuts off my arm? Yeah, but it's
only if his mirrorverse self comes over.
Yeah,
and takes him over.
Yes, and like that's bound to happen. I mean,
oh yeah, inevitably.
The writers are sloppy. It's going to happen for a third time. But I think we're okay. Like, I think we'll get through that most of the time. Maybe I'll come up with a good speech and I'll be like, you know, this is right and wrong, and he'll be okay with it.
I don't know. You don't have Jeff Winger, so.
But that's the thing is, I think I'm realizing I'm the stand-in for Jeff Winger.
You're Jeff Winger?
I'm really going...
You know, with that level of confidence, you are Jeff Winger.
I'm really going...
Congratulations.
I'm really going main character syndrome here, but...
Dude, fair.
Yeah, I mean... I think that tends to be, you know, obviously not to that level because no one's to that level. But that's like normally my role within a group is like fun, very talkative, has strong opinions, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's up to you, man. What are you going to do?
I'm tempted. You know, I think that what I want here is I'm going to take Dr. Ian Duncan.
That's crazy. Okay. He's normal, I guess.
Yeah, but also here's the vibe I think I'm cultivating.
Waspy?
Yeah. I think I'm cultivating a friend group that chills out and drinks scotch. And like we just like have a good time like throwing these little soirees and drinking scotch. And like that's our friend group, and like we have like waspy conversations.
That's a pretty good argument. You are, yeah,
yeah, and like I think that he adds to that vibe,
he definitely does,
and also he can help keep us safe from Chang and establish when Chang is going too nuts.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. That makes sense. I can see it. I'm worried that your group is going to become really sad.
I don't. Maybe the sad factor is up for sure, but that's what the Scotch is for.
Yeah, because Scotch improves.
We have
everything,
things to talk about,
including sad.
Yeah, no, we have things to talk about. That's what's going on here.
Yeah.
We have deep, empathetic conversations to have.
Yes. Yep. No, what I will say is that you do have a specific type of person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I guess what I'm nervous of is that does that create just singular groupthink? Do you guys just sort of run out of things to say because you kind of all agree on things?
I hope not. We'll debate that later on, I think.
Yeah. Well, and
you took magnitude. What was I supposed to do?
Be thinking about some of the issues with mine, because I think at the end we'll make a final argument for both of our sides.
Yeah.
So at this point, I've got Troy, Magnitude, Dean, Rich, Shirley, and Abed. Like, that is a very collective group. I think that there's enough overlap for all of them to work together. But I'm trying to think of what I need at this point.
How many more do we each have?
We each have 2 more.
We each have 2 more.
Yeah. And so, do I need more X Factor? I don't think I need more X Factor. I think I've got enough X Factor now. Do I need more planning? Like, is Shirley and Rich enough getting things organized? And I don't think so. I think that's still my weakness. So I'm taking Frankie.
You're taking Frankie.
I'm taking Frankie Dart.
Okay. I do have a question.
Okay.
Are we only allowed to draft people who are students or work at the school?
No.
Okay. If they're on the TV show, I can draft them.
If they're on the TV show.
I'm going to draft Luis Guzman.
Damn, that's a good choice.
There we go. We just upped the vibe factor on my team.
Yeah. That changed your whole team dynamic.
Yep.
That was a big one. I can't believe he was still available.
Pretty crazy, right?
Now, yeah, you're going to have to work around his filming schedule, but honestly, you guys will make it work. Because he's officially the coolest person in your group.
And honestly, we could be the groupies that are hanging out in his trailer while he's on set.
Yeah.
And he comes back and drinks scotch with us.
Yep. Damn. That's good.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm jealous of that.
So who do you got now? Oh, yeah, you're going to add that to mine.
Yeah. So we've got our final ones. And at this point, I think I need more star power. Yeah. I need somebody to bring a level of heat that I just don't know if is on this list. I'm getting nervous. Who brings a lot of energy to it?
Who was the last person you just grabbed?
Frankie.
Frankie. Oh, yeah, that definitely ups your get things done factor.
Yes. Yeah, so now I've got the X factor, I've got the getting things done factor so that we actually make it to all the weird things that Dean or Abed and Troy come up with.
But does she reduce your fun factor? But you already have a high fun factor.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need her to necessarily be fun factor. We need her to be organizing. Yeah. She's the one who makes sure that we get to the Ren Fair. As a whole group, that Dean doesn't accidentally double book himself with a rave, that we're all there together, hanging out, having fun. And then, then Abed and Troy come up with the crazy things that happen there that make it a way wilder time than any of us anticipated. But do we have what I feel like we're almost missing is a super glue element. And because
you got a lot of strong personalities.
I've got it.
Oh.
But he's not on the list.
Who?
But I've got it.
You can describe him to me.
It's fine. This one should be. Oh my God. I thought it was going to be easier.
Describe him.
No, not so. Show. God, no. No, this is going so poorly.
Parable of the Shower.
All right. Are you serious? What is happening? Community TV show botany class
You know the biology professor?
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking about him too. It's the biology class professor.
Yeah. So that is, I know this is so fun. Where is he?
How is this a hard thing to find?
I don't know.
shocked.
Oh, okay. Professor Kane, and it's Michael Williams. Michael K.
Okay.
Williams.
I'm so mad.
He's the
'cause
star power.
I'm not kidding. That was going to be the next choice I was going to do.
Really?
Yep.
He brings the gravitas, and that is something
And that's
that we
why
need.
that's why I thought he'd be perfect for my Scotch drinking group.
Yeah.
Like he would hit it off with Luis Guzman.
But the problem is that he might be too similar to everything you already have going.
I was worried about that. So it's like it might be a blessing in disguise that you took him from me.
You're basically now just a whiskey tasting group.
But is that bad?
Yeah, if you're trying to create your best friend group, it might be bad.
Okay.
All right, you got one more pick, Michael. Make it count. What are you looking for in this final pick?
I've got one interesting idea, which may or may not pay off for me if I were to do it. I'm a little okay. So people that are you done? You got all your 8? Okay. So people that I'm a little tempted by are Professor Sean Garrity. I feel like he fits a little too well into the vibe.
Yeah.
And doesn't like add any wild factor.
Uh-huh. Oh, I
Professor Eustace Whitman is Betty White, right?
No.
Who's Professor Eustace Whitman?
Oh, because I think this is a good one. Damn it. This is the make the most of your life person. The like Dead Poet Society guy.
When does he come into the show? Is that later season?
No, he's first season. He's the one who sees the day. Who he's like, Jeff, if you don't seize the day.
Oh! Okay. Professor Whitman might be the choice. The other thing I'm considering is throwing Officer Kikowski in there. Because then we could all get drunk on whiskey and go on a ride-along. And I feel like he'd be down for that. I feel like we get some crazy stories of like us all going out on the beat with Officer Kikowski.
Yeah, you'd be committing crimes, but yes, you would.
I think that I feel. Oh man, I think I might have to take. I think I have to take Professor Eustace Whitman. I think he fits in really well, and he ups because he fits in so well to this whiskey tasting group. He will elevate it to a different level and also reduce that sadness level.
Yeah, he definitely does. So he's not magnitude, but he's the same type of person. He's just not quite as
He's the
magnetic.
whiskey drinking group version of magnitude.
Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah, I don't know where he would have fit in mine.
I don't see how you could have fit him into yours.
I think the only one I could have done is switched him out with Shirley, but I don't think that would have made my group better. I think it would have made it worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think that was a big get for me. I
That
thought he was
was.
Betty White that whole time, and I wanted to find a way to get Betty White on my team, but I just could. Like, she was kind of mean.
I mean, she stabbed somebody.
Yeah, she did. She's so fucking funny.
It's Community. No, it's a weapon, but you can use that. Oh, I love it.
Okay, so what are our final draft friend groups?
All right, so my final friend group is Troy, Magnitude, Dean, Rich, Shirley, Abed, Frankie Dart, and Professor Kane. Yours is Jeff, Neil, Annie, Vaughn, Chang, Dr. Ian Duncan, Luis Guzman, and Professor Eustace Whitman. I think there is a huge error in yours.
Okay.
Which is where you laughed. Chang is a crazy choice.
My group needed someone to bring up the craziness.
Yeah.
We were too tame.
It's too crazy.
You think he's just too much?
Yes.
But I think that Dr. Ian Duncan tames him a little bit.
If we were saying Chang in the first 2-3 seasons, no.
Well,
Not three. First 2 seasons, no, it's fine. Like,
Isn't he take over the school in season 2?
No, it's season 3.
That's season 3? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's why I said not season 3.
Okay.
Once he takes over the school, when he's just a mean Spanish teacher, it's pretty funny. But he's not. But he doesn't have X Factor then. I think that's a tough one.
I think that this group would tame him out. I think that we could get him back to mean Spanish teacher Chang, and I think then he adds the comedy factor to this group.
But yeah, that's fair. And I mean, the Luis Guzman was huge.
Luis Guzman, I think Luis Guzman is holding a lot of weight for this team.
Yes.
I think that suddenly we have star power. I'm sure he's super fun to hang out and drink whiskey with.
Yeah, how busy is he?
I think that we go to him. I think that we are with him. We're his entourage. I think that Jeff Winger, because I've got Jeff, right?
Yeah.
I think that Jeff takes a little bit of a backseat to Luis Guzman. I think he's okay with that.
Oh, there is no way.
You don't think so?
You've set up.
I think that he's into this.
Here's the thing.
I think because you see Jeff when he gets moments in high society, and he immediately is just like, I'm at home.
Yeah,
this is where I belong, and I can see that with him and Luis on set.
The ego play of that he's now friends with a celebrity, that is a big deal for him. That would chill him out. So I agree with that.
Yeah,
I would say you've definitely set up some strong character dynamics as far as having just Vaughn, Annie, and Jeff all together. That one's a wild
triangle. But also, we're all sitting around in a circle drinking scotch, playing hacky sack.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Jeff's not gonna play hacky sack. Maybe.
But he'll watch.
Maybe if Luis Guzman plays hacky sack, Jeff will play hacky sack.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I could see that.
I could imagine Luis Guzman playing hacky sack.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that
I have no doubt about.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's a hacky pro.
Man, I'm really glad I got Luis Guzman because that is really carrying my team right now.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we got with your team? Why is your team not the right choice here? I'm wondering.
Yeah, well, yeah. Any arguments you got?
I mean, I'm wondering what the glue is behind your team. Like, what is making everybody come together each week to come and be a friend group?
So I think it's activity and hijinks.
Okay.
But
you do have the high hijinks factor from Troy and Abed.
Yeah.
And magnitude keeps people engaged in the moment.
Yeah.
But
I agree that the thing that's tough is the glue. Now,
and but
can
do you
Professor Kane carry through? I think he might be able to.
Does he kill hijinks though? He's a good get, but does he bring down your hijinks factor? Because he's a very serious man. I think he's got style and he's got charisma.
Yeah.
But is he hijinks?
No, he's not hijinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Is Frankie Dart going to be arranging crazy hijinks adventures that Troy and Abed come up with?
No, what she will do is make sure that we show up when we need to and that we purchase the tickets.
Okay.
That's what Frankie is there for, is to make sure that the group is gathered to go to Disneyland. And then once we're at Disneyland, it's up to Troy, Abed, and Dean, or it's up for Troy and Abed to come up with the crazy hijinks there. With Dean, it's about him knowing what's going on around the local area to then have Frankie go in and purchase those tickets.
I think that the Dean is the most likely person to push the group to actually do things.
Yeah.
In your situation here. Because I can see that of even if he's not the one who can actually execute it, because obviously Frankie will.
Yeah.
He will be the one who's like, oh, we're gonna do the crazy thing that Troy and Abed came up with.
Yeah, if there's a mistake that I made, it's not taking Frankie earlier. But
That's true.
was trying to fix it with Rich and Shirley, where Frankie clearly just gets that job done.
Shirley was also a good get for you.
Yeah. So I think that
I do think that there is a lot of your group watching hijinks happen between Troy, Abed, and Dean Felton.
Yeah, but that's not
going
a
to a place
problem.
and then watching them do their wacky shit.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. But what group doesn't kind of have that? Like every friend group has a little bit of like, oh, okay, who are the actual extroverts that go and do things, and then the rest of the group that's happy to have tagged along. And like, I think what I like about this group is that I can both go and get into the wacky things, and then when I'm tired and I need a break, I can just hit up, you know, the adult group of this and be like, all right, let's hang out. Let's go to dinner or something.
So I think that this is the important thing that we haven't really discussed yet.
Yeah.
It's been 2 years of this friend group. How are you feeling, and how has this evolved for you and your friend group? Because you are a part of this, and so am I.
Yeah, and I think that's... So let's go play by people. Troy, I'm still pretty chill with.
Mm-hmm.
Magnitude, very chill with. No issues.
Pop.
Dean, honestly, I'm pretty impressed by.
You're impressed by Dean.
Yeah, he's doing cool stuff. He's living his life. The show came out.
How many times has he come up to you in a costume and like started like a weird rap or something that's freaked you out though?
Yeah, that would get a little annoying.
Yeah. And you're like, stop trying so hard, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he like keeps trying to impress you with his costumes.
Yeah, but also he's got costumes. That's fun. That's whimsical. I need that in my life.
And also, even though you're getting married, he keeps hitting on you.
So that would get annoying.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, Dean, we got to stop. But that's the thing is that
and then he'd run away crying in his costume.
He might, or he might learn to talk it through and stop. But you're right. Like, that's the thing where do I have to live in sitcom rules or not? Because if I have to live in sitcom rules, yeah, I'll go insane. But
we all would. Let's be fair.
If I don't, then yeah, I think that we could be all right. Rich is just sort of a nothing burger. He just sort of exists.
Are you regretting Rich? Or are you feeling good about Rich?
I regret Rich a little bit.
You're like, I kind of wish we could kick him out of the group.
Yeah, he's just a little bland.
Okay.
But you know, that's not that bad.
Okay, yeah.
And then Shirley, I think, is dope. I think Shirley would be totally fine.
I think you would hit it off with Shirley.
Yeah, I think so too. Abed, I think,
although you would get annoyed with constantly being talking to her about religion.
Yeah. I mean,
that would definitely be a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
Mm-hmm.
Abed, I think, would be chill. He's just kind of Abed, like
hanging out with Troy.
Is, yeah. Frankie, I think, would be dope. I'd get along with Frankie just fine. And then Professor Kane, I think, would also be dope.
I think you get along really well with Professor Kane.
The thing is that I just think that I didn't choose anybody who's going to break the pot. Like, everybody's going to be pretty chill and just kind of do their thing in this friend group, which is not the same for you.
Well, let me see. It's been 2 years. Let's see how I'm feeling about everyone in my friend group. All right. So me and Jeff might have a little bit of power struggle, but not too much. I think that I would like be annoyed that he's always taking the lead, but also I wouldn't do much about it. But I'd be annoyed about it. Me and Neil would probably be buds.
Yeah.
We were talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
Neil is, again, the most normal dude that it was chosen today. So, yes, I think either of us, yes, I agree. You'd be friends with Neil.
I think also, I mean, the breakdowns would be my favorite, but like Annie, I think I would get along well with Annie.
Yeah.
Like we both have like a lot of type A personality stuff going on, and like she takes it to a way higher degree than I do.
Yeah.
But like, I think that it would work. Vaughn, I think, would bring the chill factor. I think that this works. I think Vaughn and I would get along.
Yeah.
I can't see anything going particularly wrong, except for, you know, obviously there'd be some stuff between. I mean, if we're talking about later seasons, like Vaughn comes back and doesn't like, or is he ruined by Annie? I forget.
Well, he leaves. I think he comes back.
I think he comes back. I think he comes back at some point.
I just rewatched it. I don't think he comes back.
Oh, okay, maybe I'm just misremembering. I think I'd be pretty cool with Vaughn. I think Vaun and I would be chilling. Me and Chang, I'd be scared. I'd be bothered. I'd be like, Chang, I'm never hanging out with Chang alone.
Yeah.
Chang is only invited to the big group hangs. I think that all of us so far, including Chang, I think even including Chang, plus Dr. Ian Duncan, we'd be doing Scotch tastings.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this dynamic actually does work.
You don't like Scotch.
I don't, but these guys do, and I'd learn for this group. I'd learn to like it. I'd be sitting in my apartment.
Michael, every time that we try, you like
I
get offered
hate it.
Scotch, you go, I hate it, and I've tried it. I've tried it so many times, and I still hate it.
Don't ruin this. Stop. Luis Guzman, we'd be doing great. He's like, I'm on a meteoric rise through Hollywood because of him because of all the connections.
Yeah.
Like everything's gone great. And then Professor Eustace Whitman, I think Professor Whitman fixes everything. I think that Professor Whitman fixes Chang. Dr. Duncan plus Professor Whitman, I think that it lowers the psychopath factor. And I think that Chang is fixed.
Maybe.
And I think that this friend group is having so much fun hanging out on set with Luis Guzman. Jeff is basking in the celebrity. I think it's gone great.
All right.
And I think that I've won.
Well, we're gonna have to see because you guys gotta let us know. Please
Who
let us-
wins?
Yeah. Who's got the better community friend group? Let us know.
Leave it in the comments. Also, like and subscribe. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify.